Wednesday, Orange Crush workout number 10. So the general warm-up, you're gonna go through the PVC warm-up. Definitely feel free to add in some overhead squats with that, or I would add in some overhead squats. And if you wanted to add in any other stuff with the PVC, if you want to throw in some PVC deadlifts just to get that hinge warmed up a little bit, go for it. The workout itself is going to be 14 minutes of work, 3 minutes of rest, and then another 14 minutes of work. How I would set up the room is that you've got the bikes set up underneath the rack. Make sure that you have 3 TRXs set up on the rack, and then some kettlebells sitting out as well, so that way people don't have to run over and grab them. They'll just have those setting out. So station number 1 or 2, doesn't really matter, and of course if you have people in class, you'll split them up. One station, one partner is going to be rowing. The rowing should be at just kind of a nice, steady pace. The cardio of today is meant as kind of steady paced recovery. So one person is on the rower, nice steady pace, while another person is working through 2 rounds, and they're trying to hammer through those 2 rounds really quick of 8 thrusters, 10 skaters, and 12 each side bicycle crunches. So that's one station. The other station, one partner is on the bike, again, keeping to a nice steady pace, while the other partner is trying to hammer through, get through quick, 2 rounds of 8 rows, 10 each side plank taps, and 12 kettlebell high pulls. So again, one person is on the cardio while the other person is doing 2 rounds, trying to really hammer through and get through quick of 3 different movements. So I would explain that. Then demo the movements, of course. So everybody knows how to row and how to bike. Don't necessarily need to demo those. For the thrusters, they've got a pair of dumbbells at the shoulders. They're going to full squat, punch it out. Full squat, punch it out. 8 thrusters, and then 10 skaters. Give me a second, as the skaters always take me a second to find my rhythm. So it's side, come down, tap. Come down, tap. And make sure they're tapping the floor on each one. So they're going to do 10 of those. I think that was 10. Wasn't really counting. Then they've got 12 on each side of a bicycle crunch. So they're laying back. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. They're going to do 12 of those. So thrusters, skaters, bicycles. Skaters just really try to get people, make sure that they're coming all the way to the floor. Nice big side step. The more explosive that they can get, the better. Then TRX rows. Of course, with the TRX, the farther that they're walking in, the harder that they're going to be. I'm not too picky on the grip here, so that can be neutral, pronated, supinated, whatever they want to do. 10 each side of a plank tap. So they're down on their elbows in a good plank position. They're coming and tapping one side, the other. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. If people are trying to come side to side and they're just falling over, it's okay if it's not a full tap, if they're just kind of coming one side to the other side. We'd rather stay in a relatively good plank position and not tap, rather than having them tapping but the plank falling apart. Then lastly, those 12 kettlebell high pulls. I always coach that the kettlebell high pull is somewhere between a squat and a hinge. So not quite fully hinging, not quite fully squatting, somewhere between grabbing it, popping it up, and catching it at the top. Of course, if people have really tight hamstrings or their back is not friendly, have them elevate on a yoga block, just to keep it off the floor and not murder those things. So yeah, demo everything. Then specific warm-up, they are going to go through, let me check here. They'll work through 3 rounds of 6 thrusters, 6 skaters, 6 hip taps, and 6 kettlebell high pull and catch. 3 rounds of that. Round 1, easy, lightweight, getting the body moving. Round 2, medium weight, or like what they normally might try to use. And then the 3rd round, maybe trying something a little bit heavier than what they might typically use, just to see, check in, hey, could I do it with this weight today? Maybe I can step it up and go a little harder today. So yeah, 3 rounds through, 6 thrusters, 6 skaters, 6 hip taps, and 6 kettlebell high pull and catch. Like I said, 14 minutes of work, 3 minutes of rest, another 14 minutes of work. And they are trying to hammer through the exercises and just take a nice steady pace on the rower and on the bike. Cool down, you can get into a lying quad stretch, so on the floor, maybe some threading the needle, and then a hurdler hip flexor stretch. So with that hurdler hip flexor, they're gonna try and bring that back foot or that back leg as far as they can while they're coming into kind of that hurdler stretch. So, yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Should be a good class. Thanks.